Okay, so we're going to talk about cold calling.
Okay.
We'll start with cold calling, but then we're going to go into the dialer. Okay, so on Tori, you can say whatever you want. I'm an investor, so that's what I say. If you say you're a realtor, then go ahead. That's what you want.
Yeah.
This is whatever you want it to be.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right now. You're going to write down the script that you use so that I can use it.
I can tell you my script.
Yes, well, it doesn't have to. I could change investor to realtor.
Just to give us.
Did you see the script that I sent you?
Yes.
And what do you think about it?
Well, you're talking about that form.
The
right?
form,
Yes.
the web form.
Yeah.
Here, I'll send it to you right now, Tori.
Okay.
And it's a web form, and it lists all of my questions. You're not calling to give them information and to sell them with this hard sell. The market's great. You're not doing that. Okay. You are collecting information and answering questions when they have it.
Okay.
That is it. You are only collecting information. You're not on here to make offers or anything like that.
All right.
Okay. And really for you, especially, get the appointment. That's the key.
Okay.
What for me, like I buy houses through a text and through the phone, but I've done this a little bit longer and I know what to.
Yeah, I'm not buying. Yeah, it's selling over the phone.
Right. Well, some people they don't even want to talk. They'll just text. So if they only want to text, you text, right? If you want to do a Zoom, if they are worried about COVID, you need to do this Zoom meeting.
Okay, yeah.
That's another reason why I had you set that up, because a lot of these people, they're worried about COVID. They don't want to meet people, but that's why they haven't sold their house on the market. You know what I'm saying? So if you do a Zoom meeting with them, they can show you the house and everything, right?
Yes, they can.
And then you don't have to, then you can actually give them a real idea of what, because lots of people, they don't want you in their house until you can give them a price, but you can't give them a price unless without seeing the house.
Right.
And so the best way is this, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It is the best way, you're right.
Okay, so let me send
If
you.
they don't want people in their house, how are you going to show it to buyers?
That's why I buy houses, because they don't want, the guy that I'm dealing with right now, he, like I said, I've never seen the master bedroom. How the hell is he going to do showings?
I know.
Wow, that is crazy. I mean.
Okay, so I sent you it right now. So
I'm going to go grab my phone. I lost it.
Go ahead and grab your phone,
No,
because
it's right here.
when you fill in the form, it goes into my database. I will show you how to do this for yourself. Okay.
You mean put it into my database?
Yeah, you'll make your own web form. You'll make your own everything, and you'll be able to type it in, and it will just go into your database.
But you only do that with people that you talk to.
People that you care about, not just people you talk to. You want people that are serious.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're going to collect their information, right?
Okay, so I didn't get your thing there.
Oh,
I have it in my, I send it to my email. I can send you.
No, I sent it.
You sent
It's just going to take a second.
Okay.
You send me a text, and I send it to my email because.
Oh, it's 242.
Forward. What's your email address?
TorySmith@windermere.com. Is that where you're saying?
777? No.
Well, that's a different one. Just use TorySmith@windermere.com.
Okay, I just sent it to you. See if you got it in your email.
No, I didn't get it from
Email.
come on, email.
Check your
Very
email.
good. I got from Adina, but
You still didn't get my text?
oh, I thought you said it was a mail.
No, I sent you a text.
I pull it up on the computer because it's bigger and you can see it better.
Right.
That's why I send it to my email address.
Okay, text. Oh, there you are, Adam. Okay, so I want to go there.
You like my name? Adam buys yucky houses.
Yeah. Oh my
That's
God.
better than we buy ugly houses. Okay, here's
Crazy.
the form. You don't want me to fill this in now. You want me to listen, right?
No, I don't want you to fill it in. That is for you to fill in when you're talking to people.
Okay.
You can put it on the computer, you can type it and be on the phone. You got a question?
And I can copy this, right?
What?
I mean, I go to this place and I do it.
Yeah. You can do it on your phone.
You can see it.
Yeah, well,
Because this is Adams by Dickey.
this is my web form. You're gonna have to make your own.
Oh, gosh, I get you. I don't
Okay.
know how to do that.
Well, I'm gonna show you. The
Okay.
program is called Podio. Here, let me share it on my screen.
Okay, I'm good with that. But I can just copy your stuff, right? You don't mind about that, do you?
Yeah, that's why we're doing this. So you can just copy my stuff.
These are the questions you ask them. I see.
That's the questions you ask them. And if you have them fill it out, they're gonna do such a bad job, you will never
I don't
get.
think you want to do that.
So this is the first phone call and you ask them all these questions and leave it at that for a minute.
So how do you deal with, oh, you're just dealing with them as an investor, not a real estate agent? Most of them.
So, okay, so the one I'm dealing with right now, he started as a seller, but then he's in bankruptcy. So the bankruptcy has a realtor. So I'm now working with a realtor. So I now have, so now I'm still the buyer,
Okay.
and I'm still doing an off-market deal, but it's with a realtor now. So he's getting a commission, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes
No, because he's
Well,
buying a piece
I'm
of
making a lot of
property.
money.
I know, but.
I'm making a lot. I asked him if I could get a commission. He said, well, you're kind of making a lot of money. So I think that it was fair for you to.
Right.
He knows what it's worth.
Okay.
So yeah, so
My question is, you eventually you did or you will say that you're a realtor,
No,
and
sometimes he's investing.
if I am buying a house, every time I meet with them, I say I'm a realtor. By the way, I'm a realtor. Oh, did I mention I'm a realtor?
Yeah,
yes, I understand
And
that.
it's in the contract that I'm a realtor.
yes.
But when you do that, let's say you get a listing,
Mhm.
right? Or we will.
They're gonna know that I'm a realtor if I get a listing.
Well, the idea is, how do you deal with the two phones? Because they already have your contact information as.
Oh, they
Yes.
call me on both, whatever they want.
Oh, so you give them both your information?
No, it's on my MLS though stuff. So they just automatically call. You know, this phone for me is my I know you phone. You know,
Right.
if you don't know me, you're calling this phone.
Okay.
If you know me well enough to call this number, then go ahead.
So which number do you put on the MLS?
Well,
The I know.
yeah.
The I know me number. Because when you Google that number, it comes up as all of my Zillow and all that bullshit.
That's true.
Yeah.
So this one, if they're mad that I called them, you know, they can't look me up and leave me a bad review. This guy, he called me at 7 p.m. You know,
Yeah.
he called me at noon. I was asleep.
That's reason enough to get your phone right there. Okay, cool.
Okay, you get it, right? That's what I'm
You
saying.
have that, it shows your name
Not on here. There's no name on this.
when you call.
When I call you from this one, I bet you it doesn't, because
No, it doesn't, it
just
just
say
says
that?
Olympia. Because I called my other phone to see my number.
right,
And it just
exactly.
says Olympia, okay, good.
Yeah, exactly. They can't, nobody can trace it.
And that's something you can say.
Even they just want to call and bitch. You don't want that. And you're asking about the do not call list. What are they gonna do? Complain about this phone? Who are they gonna complain about?
But give them your name.
I didn't give them my social either. They just said, I just said my name's Adam. I don't like swear on the Bible that
I
I'm
know,
like,
but we're gonna say that we're realtors, so
Well, that's
gonna
fine.
be different.
that's fine. Go ahead.
Don't say your last name.
Say your last name. Just don't cuss them out. You gotta be more careful when you give people your real information that you don't know. You know, if you know how to feel out people, if people are good people, you're gonna give them their information. If they are bad people, you're not gonna you know, if they're already mad when you talk to them, you're done. Just move on, because
Yeah, it's not worth it.
there's so many people that you just don't need.
You don't
Okay.
need to convince them that you're the
You do not need to
wonderful
convince.
one.
And to be honest, those aren't the people that you're looking for. You're looking for people that want to hand you this house and walk away.
Yeah, you said
Right,
that.
you don't
I
wanna
like that
sit there
one.
on the phone and how about, think about it then,
Argue with them.
this and that. It's just-
Right. You know, I know
Right,
people
get
that they bought a house like this, and the owner hands them the keys before they even closed on it and said, here. Because especially, here, there's not a lot of suffering because the market is going up so much. But even, some people, they inherit these houses and they've just destroyed them. So they have no value, And so, all right, so this is my podio for my retail sellers. You see, it says
There's a lot in here.
agents. It shows, okay, so I have it listed by the property and by,
I want to copy this one. I don't want to build one.
well, that's why I'm showing you this.
I just want to say, copy from Adams and put it in mine.
Well, that's why
I
I
hope I
spent,
can.
that's why I'm holding this class, because I spent the time to figure it all out.
Right.
And this is blank when you buy it, when you get it. It's
Yeah.
free actually, but if you have too many people, then it will. So here, let me see here. So every one of these, this is called an app. Every single one of these apps has a web form that goes with it.
Okay, I know what
So
you're
if you
talking about
want,
now.
if you want the web form to go into sellers, then you use the seller web form. If you want it to go into buyers or listings or sold, then okay.
Okay.
So I don't have a ton of information in here because honestly, I don't have a lot of retail sellers. So you could see when you, let me see here. Let me go into one of these.
Who says this? Just a pretend person?
No, it's a client.
He's a client. Hold on, I want to find, so I have it connected, so the agent is connected to the property, is connected to the price, the Zillow listing is there, here's some pictures if I want. The agents are connected already. The buyer is already connected. Did you see that I clicked on the,
right.
I clicked on the, I gotta move this. Hold on. Yeah, so here you go. At the bottom, these are all related items. That is the buyer, then the closing agent, and then the real estate agent, and then the property address. And you see, so this way you can keep organized with, especially when you're only dealing with 4 people that called you from the office, it's easy just to write it down on a piece of paper. When you have 3,700 people, where are you going to keep that?
And your list, you mean, you have 37.
Yeah, so anybody that says any form of maybe, any form of, if they don't tell you to F off, if they don't tell you yes, or even yes, you can put it in here, but if any form of maybe, they need to go into this and you need to be calling them weekly.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go over the list and how the workflow goes with the list. Okay,
Yeah.
so the only way to get off my list is to say no or sell me the house. Even if you die, I'm still going after you. Okay.
Okay.
So let me see here. What did I say, Nathan? The list. Let me see here. All right, so here's just one of my lists.
It's like the Excel spreadsheet.
It's just an Excel spreadsheet, but I wanna show you how to make it work for yourself. Let me share it. Come on. I don't know how to get back to it. Let me see it. Show. How do I get back?
You're already sharing something.
I know, I can't get back to return to meeting, all right. It,
It did its minimizing thing.
yeah, and I'm not super, there we go, okay. So now,
There I is.
so now we need this, okay. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, so you need to start by staying organized. So you're gonna have your list, and then you can make notes on the side if you want, but I need you to keep track of the numbers that are no good. I need you to keep track of the numbers that say no, and I need you to keep track of the numbers that say maybe, okay?
And yes, for other own.
Obviously, the yes ones, you're gonna be on the phone with them. They're gonna be in your phone. It's not, but yes, I need to know those too so I can delete them, okay?
Delete them from your list?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so, so let me see here. So you can make a note over in the margin or make
Another column or something.
make another column, right? So, oh, I don't have Excel. You can make another column right here and say yes, no, maybe, and then,
You want them all
so,
the same, or can you do?
So what do you do with the phone numbers that are not good? Do you delete them?
no, I need you to give me a list of bad numbers so I can delete them out of my system, so it will
Okay,
stop
because a lot
generating.
of the ones that like doctor's offices. the
Yes,
ones
yes, some of them are
today-
LLCs and stuff like, I
Yeah.
try to only get individuals, but sometimes I end up with people change their number constantly. So,
Especially if they're on the run.
yeah, so, yeah, you never know, especially when they're not doing well financially, they may throw away their phone. They don't want people calling them.
Right.
So you never know, but
Okay, so back to the process.
so yeah, you need to make as many notes as possible. Like, right, okay, so right here is
That's Georgia. Oh, okay, your office, mom did it.
Love that.
Sorry.
Great language.
it's interesting, I never heard it before. But okay, so these are missing the headers, but right here is the landlines, okay? And
Yeah.
they go to here, okay? So I usually call the first 3 rows of landlines. Also, this is the cell phones. I call the first 3 rows of the cell phones. Now you can call the other ones too, but we got plenty of phone numbers, so it's not a big deal, okay? The first 3 are gonna be the best known numbers for them, okay? That doesn't mean it's magic. They don't know if they picked up a smart talk phone and, so it's only public information. We're not magic.
How about the ones that don't have phone numbers
We
at all?
will get rid of those.
Okay.
A lot of them, I just haven't spent the time to get the numbers. So hopefully my new list won't have any of that. I've been working on it. I don't know Excel super well. Do you know Excel?
I do.
Like really well?
Mhm.
Do you know how to do the formulas?
Mhm.
Do you know how to get rid of like extra characters
In one cell.
in 1,000 different cells?
Yeah, but I mean, they're always in the same cell.
Yeah, it's like, so it says 1 in front of the phone number, for example. I want to get rid of the 1. But it's a cell,
Mhm. Yeah,
a
I can
cell,
do
cell,
that.
cell.
So I'd string it and.
Well, maybe you can help me with Excel later
Let
because,
me just do it and then I'll give you the formula. I'll just
Okay.
like put in my Excel spreadsheet and
Okay.
make sure it works.
I found a formula that will get rid of it, but then when I went to copy the phone numbers, it gave me the formula instead of the phone number. So
That's true.
what I have is called a do not call list, and I have built it up over calling thousands and thousands of people.
Right.
And
Jesus, what is it with you? Alo. Uite, la office la un meeting, Alex. Nu chiar. Ai pauză? Te sună mai acuști. Bine, da.
You don't even sound that.
My husband and then my son.
Oh.
Call me, you know, my son doesn't
The
call
language
me.
is so smooth, it doesn't even sound bad.
Oh, yeah. Get some German in there.
Okay, so now all I've learned so far is that you wanted the maybes, the no's, and
So I don't care how you do it. Just find a system, whether you have another, I would say just a different Excel sheet that says maybe, and then put all the numbers in it. And then the one that says yes, and then, you know, and because I don't really even need the addresses or the names or anything, I just need the phone number, because you see how there's a bunch of phone numbers. And so let's say this one right here is a real phone number, but these ones are garbage. Well, I need to delete these, but I need to delete them. I don't want you to delete them, because then you're going to keep getting them.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so you want, but if we deleted them in the master on Google Docs, you don't want that.
I don't want you guys messing with it, because it's too.
It could get screwed up.
It could get screwed up, exactly, and it's already like kills my head, because I have so many numbers and so many lists.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah.
We'll figure out
And actually, I have a program that runs it, but even the program is screwed up. So
I know it's not easy to do that.
yeah, there's so many factors involved that it can't keep up.
Okay, so we got the no's and the bad phone numbers, and you just want a list of the bad phone numbers and the ones that said maybe and the ones that said no.
Yeah, so the people that say maybe, you're gonna put them on your list, on your Podio, and you're gonna call them back consistently every week. Okay, you make, like, say your floor is Monday, that's your follow-up day. You call 200 people that have said yes but disappeared. Okay. And then you know, let's say they don't answer for a couple weeks, maybe put them on your 1 month list. Then you follow up every month, because they already said yes, they still need to say no to get off your list.
Okay. It's like your hot, cold, warm list.
Yes, exactly. So but when I first started, I didn't know how to use the hot, warm, and cold list. I would actually blow people up. Like the next day, I'd be like calling them, I'd be sending them links and everything, and they're like, beat it, what the hell, you know? So
I don't do a very good job with it on my own.
well, it took me a long time to get used to the follow-up, and I still don't have enough time now to follow up correctly.
Well, it's the paperwork part of it. You know,
But Podio will actually email you when it's time to follow up if you want.
Oh, that's nice.
It will do everything. It will send them an email if you want.
Oh.
It will send them a text. It will call them with you. You can record it. You can record your calls in Podio, and it will save it with their name, with their number, with their everything.
Right on. That's pretty cool software.
Yes.
I like that.
So you might want to get instead of another phone, you may want to get what's called CallRail.
CallRail, R-A-I-L.
And CallRail, the thing I don't like about CallRail is it's a marketing company. So when you call, it may come up as scam. And it may block you also.
Yeah.
So you want a regular phone, not. The good thing about CallRail though is if 6 people call you at the same time, it's gonna put them in order on your screen, and it's gonna you can play the audio if they leave you a message, and you know what I'm saying. So it keeps it all nice in a little package, and it records your calls.
Okay.
So if you want to when you're doing this, you need to record. You need to maybe use your other phone to record yourself. I have a recording app on here, and I can play back the call, and you can hear yourself pushing them away, selling them too hard, or just saying things that don't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you need to record the calls one way or another.
Just so you can read it.
Just so you can get used to, just so you can learn. Exactly. Why don't you grab it?
It's not illegal.
Good.
Oh, there was no one here.
Oh.
Is that line 1? What do I do when I get it?
Just answer it, yeah. So yeah, CallRail, I think you'll like it. You may want to try it once.
Not that scam it.
No, yeah, it sucks because
It's a waste of time.
right, I agree. And that's why I stopped using it. But CallRail, the good thing about CallRail is you can have 10 different phone numbers and you can have 10 different phones and 10 different people
That's how
and
they scam.
have it sent to your, you can have like your marketing number, say today you have this phone, tomorrow you want to be at home. So you want you have them to call your Comcast number. You just transfer it to the Comcast number instead of to this number.
Too much.
I got you. Okay.
It's just to keep this simple for the first meeting. So,
Right,
okay,
yeah.
Here we are.
So make sure you record yourself. That's really, really the key thing. Okay. So the phone numbers, the addresses don't mean anything until somebody actually wants to sell. And that point, I get on Zillow, I just do a quick look at what, what's sold or something, and I get an idea, and then, and I try to set an appointment. That's really, and if they won't set an appointment, there's lots of people that, like the guy I'm dealing with right now, he wouldn't set me an appointment, so I just sent him an offer.
Oh.
And a
By
month
looking
later,
at their house on the thing, you mean?
I just knew it was a good deal. I put an inspection contingency in there so I could back out. And so that's how I did that. But, sometimes you may want to get pictures if they don't want to, if you're going to list it,
Yeah.
and they want to know what can you sell it for before they show you the house. That's
Yeah.
like,
Sorry, my phone.
all the time people want me to make them an offer before I've seen the house. They want me to tell them what I could sell it for before I've seen the house. The other day, me and Terry went and looked at a house. It's a good thing that it's like a heavy commercial industrial property. It's gutted on the inside. So, I mean, it would be almost worth nothing if it was a real house,
Yeah.
but because it's commercial building, it could be it could be anything. So it doesn't really matter what probably somebody's going to tear down the house to build something nice because the location is so good. You know what I'm saying? So that one, it didn't really matter, but I would.
It's just the residential.
Yeah, I had no idea that this thing was gutted, like straight front to back gutted. And it didn't have a kitchen at all. So, I mean, and it's heavy industrial, commercial. So it's not even, you can't even get a residential loan on it.
So what do you say when they say, give me a price, give me a price, and they don't have any pictures on Zillow and.
You need more information, period.
That's what you keep doing?
You just need to get more information, or you need to get the appointment.
Mhm.
One way or another, either if they won't give you more information, you get the appointment. If they won't give you an appointment, you get more information.
Okay.
If you can't get both of those, you get a Zoom meeting. If you know what I'm saying.
Good advice.
You can give them an idea while you're on
You
the
can,
phone
but you gotta
with
be
them
really
if you
careful.
do,
I didn't know that
research.
house was gutted, and she didn't tell me.
Yeah, but then you get there and you say, I told.
Oh,
you
yeah,
450
exactly.
and I
Oh,
can't do
and I
that.
always say, this information is based on me not seeing the house, so that might change. It
Right,
might be
so-
more or might be less.
So what
right?
I do is called ARV, after repair value. Okay,
Okay.
the after repair value you can get on Zillow, because you don't have to see the inside of the house to get the after repair value, because it's repaired. This is what it's going to sell for when it's nice.
Okay.
Okay, this is what the nice
How does
comps.
Zillow know that's even broken inside?
Zillow is garbage. Don't use Zillow to price your house. But I know when Zillow is right and wrong. When you're in Eatonville and you're looking for a price in Zillow, don't do it. But
Yeah.
if you're in downtown Tacoma, they're very close. They are like
Oh,
right there.
Huh.
That house that I'm buying right now, I bet you it is on point to the dollar, because there is 75 other houses exactly like it all the way around it
okay.
that have
Yeah,
sold. They're selling every day.
Right.
What's a 2,300 square foot house worth in Lacey? 450, period, right? Right?
Okay, no, I don't know.
It
Depends on how
is.
much land.
Actually, no, it doesn't. In Lacey, in the city, there's no land. So a 4,000 lot is worth the same as a 7 square foot lot. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really, maybe, a little bit more, right?
Mhm.
But pretty much the same.
Mhm.
So really, especially with the 2,000 up square foot houses, people really just care about the size of the house. They you know, they're fighting to not have an 1,800 square foot house.
Yeah. Especially for COVID. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So we got this list going on. Okay.
And actually, I have noticed that the ones with the big yards obviously sell the fastest,
Yeah.
but
ones.
they sell, they're not worth more, they just sell for more, you know? You know, maybe microscopic amount of more appraisal value. Okay, so did you have any questions right now?
No, because I really haven't heard anything useful. I mean, I've got good insight from you on things, but as far as doing my job on this, I don't know what you want.
You just call the people and ask them if they want to sell the house or not.
No.
There it is.
Web form.
That's all.
That was
that's all you need.
that was the
That's all
whole,
there is to
I thought I
it.
was supposed to probe with those questions on your web form. Why am I not hearing this? You
What?
just said you're
Ask
supposed
your-
to call and ask them if they want to
That's
sell their
it.
house.
ask your question. What's your question?
Well, so when we talked, you said, I never open with, you want to sell your house? You said something really cool.
You should say, hi, my name is Tori with Windermere. Are you interested in selling your property?
Okay, you said something else the other day. And it was
Well,
really
I
good.
say, my name is Adam. I'm an,
That
I'm
would be
a,
wise.
so that's a little different, but,
That's a little different.
I say I'm a local investor.
And you said, do you want to sell your house?
Do you want to sell your property? That's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Okay. I thought you had words that said that wasn't so to the point and didn't make him feel so much on the point, like, no, bye.
Well, I mean, what do I want to do? Like, hey, how's your day? You
had
know,
a way
I was drinking some soda
of- No, you're
today.
not listening. So you had a way of saying that it was not so shitty sounding, right? And I liked your words and I wanted to hear them again.
Are you
right now.
interested in selling your property? That's all you can really
Okay.
say. But
Okay.
at that point, the conversation is either going to change to no, get lost. Go ahead.
No, there's some.
Um,
Come on, I want to learn my thing here. No.
Go ahead. Answer it. Just answer it.
Hi, this is Tori from Windermere. Can I help you? Joe Graver's not in the office today. Just a second, I'll get somebody transferred. I don't know John Graver's thing.
It should be somewhere.
Oh, what's on the thing? It's written.
Yeah, and you just hit the number.
He's not in there. These are only office ones anyways, huh?
I don't really know how to do it. Do you know how to do it?
No, just give them the number and
Oh, thank you.
tell them you want.
Graver, there you are. Okay, I can't
So where?
transfer you, but his phone number is
Actually, you're right.
360.
I don't know.
Okay, just a second. It is 360-556-0364. Three 360-556-0364. Bye-bye.
I think you just see the numbers on the side, and you just push that number and then hang up, and it transfers.
It does, but I don't
But
know.
I don't know the numbers.
I
and
just
got
don't
it.
like this. Where are the people that we can do
Let me
this?
see if there are many numbers.
I don't want to do it right now. I want to learn what I'm supposed to learn here. I got other things to do. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
Okay,
So what exactly is your question?
I'm done. I heard you. You
Okay.
want me to say, do you want to sell your house?
You got to make up your own stuff. Whatever.
I know, you
You
had a
can't
little
sound
script.
like a robot. I can give you the list of what to say.
Well, you had a script.
Oh, I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Isn't
Okay.
that the one?
Yes, that is it. So,
Okay, so now I got him on the phone. Yes, I want to sell my house. Then I go to my web form and I answer questions. Ask these questions.
so
and
I'm going to
answer them.
type the questions that you need to answer to be able to even do anything with these people.
Okay, is it that the same questions on this web form?
Sort of, but these are the short version. How much, hold on. Oh, I can't type in here. let me,
That's okay, unless you did something with a word and showed us that.
I'm going to.
But if you want me to ask other questions that are on this, or if you're suggesting, I gotta sit here and write them down. Could you just write them down later and give them to us?
I'm writing them down right now, so you
Okay.
can, because you're gonna be able to watch this video.
So what I was gonna do today, because I'm in the office, I was gonna print that and look at it. I'm not gonna go line to line. I just can't follow a script. So I'll just read it and, you know, make some notes. And then, you know, I want to print it and.
Well, it's not really a script. What I like about it is I don't have to necessarily call them back. Ask every single question.
No, you don't want to ask every single question. You're just
Yeah,
gonna beat them down.
I'm familiar with.
It depends how the conversation goes.
Right,
You know,
and like I
it's
would
really-
never word it, what would it take to bring the property to 2021 standards? I don't think I'd say it like that.
You need to say it in your own words,
You're
but
right, exactly.
you need them to
But-
understand what you're asking though.
Yeah, and this is. great.
Because their idea of what's nice is not necessarily my idea of what's nice. I don't want purple and red.
Right.
And just because you like purple on your clothes doesn't mean it's cool in your house.
Right,
So,
but-
all right, so
Just a paint job.
let's talk about my questions. How
Okay.
much do you want for the property? If the property is worth 500 and they want 800, you're done. It's over. You're moving on. If the property is worth, 500 and they want 550, you might be able to get them there right there.
Mhm.
So, I think that obviously you're gonna pick your own, people to deal with, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so once you're talking to somebody and they already, and they say they want 500 and it's worth 500, all right?
Okay.
So now you need to know how much it needs in repair. So when they ask you, when you ask them how much they want for the property, a lot of times they'll just say, oh, well, make me an offer, or they'll say, what do you think it's worth? Well, now you need to know more information before you give away your hand. So you need to, one, ask them what the condition is, and two, ask them how much is it going to cost for a professional to fix it. Not for them, their cousin's uncle, that they're going to do it on, for, beer money, that you need somebody, a professional. How much is it going to cost to do this floor with a professional? How much is the roof going to cost
Do they know
retail?
that?
Huh?
Do they even know that?
No.
I don't know that.
No, they don't know that. They're gonna guess. You need them to guess. Because you are leading them into your answer.
Okay, so if I reword how much do you want for your house? Wouldn't it be better to say, how much do you think your house is worth?
Nope, that's my next. How much is the house worth as is in today's market?
So they always say, I want 5 million from my house.
I get a lot of people, they say it's worth 800, but I want $1.5 million.
Yeah,
So asking what it's worth doesn't mean anything if you don't know what it's worth, how much they want. But if they don't know how much they want, you need to just keep circling back to that question, because otherwise you're going to be talking to somebody for a long time, doing a lot of work for nothing.
right.
You're going to get in their house. They're going to tell you that, they're going to make you do all the work. And then they're going to say, we want 800.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's how these people
Yeah,
are.
okay, so why do we ask how much they want?
Because you want realistic sellers. You are looking for motivated sellers, not just people that own houses. I can give you a phone book, and there's plenty of people that have houses in there.
Right.
But
So
you
these
want
people
motive.
these people, if they were saying, well, the street, if they were to say, well, my neighbor just sold their house for 550. That's what I think it's worth. Why can't you just go off of that? Why do you have to ask them, well, what do you want? Well,
I would say, all right, well, give me the appointment.
But the neighbor's house might look different.
The
inside
neighbor's house
than
is totally
their
different. Who
house.
knows?
Well,
And-
just assume for a minute that's similar, okay?
Well, I'm just telling you that I don't use nobody else's data, period.
What?
I don't use nobody else's data, period. I don't care if they, if
How do
their
you
houses
comp?
are exactly the same.
How do you do comp? Seriously,
Come on,
that is somebody
Come
else's
on.
data there.
you know the answer to these questions.
I-
I
Okay, we're getting into our smart nuts.
I'm
So,
not gonna argue.
Okay, so.
But
Right.
anyway, so
you asked that question.
so you need to know now the condition of the property.
Can I tell you what, how I'm gonna do it? I know it's gonna take more time, but I don't care. I wanna know something about the house.
Right, before you do anything, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
What
that.
what I
I'm
did,
taking the
actually.
question, I know how to get ask those questions, okay? We're talking about the first two questions he's brought up, and I just wanted to discuss those two, not the one.
But you wanna beat me into the ground on those two questions. We need to get to the rest of the
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna probe, like, do
You're-
you have granite countertops? Do you have da-da-da? Do you-
No,
That's not-
those are the
that's
people
not-
that I hang up on when they
Yeah.
call me and ask me what my kitchen looks like. I get that all the time. They call me, they're like, you interested in selling your house? And then they're like, well, is it a 2-bedroom? I'm like, look on Zillow.
Yeah, but not everything, they might have things done to it, like, well.
So that's what you need to ask them. We haven't
Okay,
gotten to that
so
yet.
the first question would be, have you done any upgrades to your house?
No, that is the
last.
last question. That is not the first question.
You
You do not want, you don't want to ask that first. That's just not the first question.
We're probing my.
You haven't looked at my list yet. Look at my
No,
list.
I haven't.
It's like way down there.
This web form list is different than what you're typing, obviously.
Well, these are the short answers. These are the short answers. That's the long answer.
I give up. Okay, just you talk and I'll listen. How's that sound?
I want to answer your question, but I don't want to be, I don't want to, we're not talking about grammar or nothing like that. Take everything I tell you at face value. Either it works for you or it doesn't. Okay, this is what I do.
Okay, keep on doing it and I'll wait till the end and then I'll ask your opinion on stuff.
Okay. So you need to get rapport with them. You're not a robot. People, a guy asked me, how did you find me? I said, it's public information. He said, well, he asked me something else. Anyway, I said, basically, I get cussed out all day, and I was being real with him, and that's why he wanted to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
He thought I was a computer program before that. Once I,
You said real words.
once I talked about, like real life, then he, it wasn't so like I was just trying to sell him something, You want to get on a personal level with these people. What's your problems? Why? So the next question is, why do you want to sell? I always say, why are you interested in selling? Because they don't necessarily want to sell at this second, but why are you interested in selling? Where are you going to go if you sell? If they don't have a place to go, you're wasting your time. You just put them on your list and call them back, because if they say, well, I'm gonna sell, I'm not gonna have enough money to buy a house, I'm not gonna have enough money to rent a place, I don't have a job, well, it's obviously not gonna work. You have to sell to a crowd that can work with you. I've got plenty of guys, they want to sell me their house right now, but they have nowhere to go. One of the guys, he wants to move to California. Guess what? California's more expensive than here. So he doesn't have any money. He's only gonna make like 10,000 off the house sale.
Oh, God.
He's not gonna make it. What is he gonna do? He's not buying a house. It's $1,000, $2,000 a month to rent a place in a tiny little place in California.
Yeah.
So if they don't have any place to go, then that may be a thing that jams up your deal. And I have plenty of those. And you just got to wait until they have somewhere to go. You're not gonna, rent them a piece of your house or anything. So where are they going when they sell? What's gonna happen if they don't sell? Now, this can be what's going to happen if they don't sell. This could be that they're going to get foreclosed on if they don't tell you this stuff. You know, if you don't ask, they won't tell you. So if you don't ask them what's going to happen if you don't sell, then they may just continue to not pay their bills and get foreclosed on and be gone when you could have saved them from getting foreclosure. Okay. And lots of people, they don't care. And sometimes, you know, like the house may be in their mother's name, so, and their mother's dead. So what are they going to do? Ruin her credit? I promise you they will, but they'll just let it go. Yeah. And then I also have another one that they don't have a job. They don't have anywhere. If they were to get, they don't have any way to even rent a place. So they can't leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But they will have to at some point.
They will. That means they just need to, you know, you can't put that pressure on them. That's on them, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you just need to keep them on the list and call them back later, you know. When do you think you're gonna figure it out or something, you know? When should I call you back? Really, that's they ask that question at that point. If they, you know, can't figure it out, when do you have more time to talk? When do you, you know? Why do you? Where are you gonna go? Why do you want to sell? I'm trying to think what my. I think this is probably the 4 questions. I had 4 questions. Oh. Where you go? I had one more. I don't remember what it was, but that would be fine. Once you get to this point, you start looking through that Podio thing that I sent you.
Oh. And
then you can start looking, you know, because you need to ask them, is there a mortgage on the property? Maybe they're behind. You need to know that. You know, is there a renter in it? Are they getting rent? Is there a lease? I dealt with one recently. They didn't have a lease. They didn't even have they had tenants in there. They weren't paying.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that still in effect where you can
I sold the house with the tenants and all.
So you can evict them still?
You can. Okay, so
you can if you move in.
No. You can evict somebody for anything right now, even for non-payment. The thing is, there's no sheriffs that are going to come out and kick them out for anything. Not for trash in their yard, not for anything. You can evict somebody right now. The moratorium says that only for non-payment they can't be evicted. The thing is, it doesn't matter if they're not paying their bills. It doesn't matter if they're late on their lease. It doesn't matter anything. The sheriff is not coming out and removing people. So if they don't want to leave, they will not leave.
So you can't evict them, basically.
You can't evict people right now, period.
You can only if you buy the house and you want to move in. You can.
No, you can't kick them out. There's actually a problem. If you look on YouTube, there's a big thing where people are selling their houses and not leaving because there is no one that, like, people, what happens is they sell and then their new house falls through or something, and then they don't have anywhere to go. And then you can't kick them out, period. You can't kick them out.
Well, my understanding is that you can, because you already
you can send them the paperwork. You can send them everything. You can get a lawyer, you can get everything. 9 months later, there's nobody to remove them still.
You just have to get Alan from the bar that's 300 pounds.
There you go. That is the only way. But the thing is that they have, if they have gotten any kind of mail there, they are legally a resident, and
That's weird.
I've heard of people having, okay, so this guy, he had an apartment building and he bought it and there was tenants all in it, right? So he gave them all eviction notices, and because the building was in such bad shape, the people, they would leave and they would just squat in the other units. And then he'd have to evict them out of the other units. He would evict them from here, and then they'd go to here, and he'd have to evict them from that. Yeah. And so, you know, the eviction process is
messed up right
now. It is. No, it's messed up forever. But that may be the reason that they're selling to you, though.
Right.
That guy that I was talking about that had the tenants, the reason that he was stuck with that place, he couldn't sell it. He didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
Most people think you have to have a perfect house. You have to go clean it up. You can't sell it in the market with tenants. Most people don't know that stuff. So he was trapped in his own mind. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He was 3 years behind on his taxes, and they were going to take the house.
Right.
So, you know, he was trapped, and the house was worth $300,000, and he couldn't do nothing with that money. He wasn't getting no money. He didn't have a lease. He already had messed up. He couldn't unmess up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you sold it and you got his taxes paid, all the taxes.
The taxes got paid on closing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, the new guy got tenants in the house and all. And that's his
The new people, it has 2 lots. So they don't care what the inside of the house looks like. They're going to tear it down. The house is spread across the 2 lots.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to build 2 houses.
Right.
It's going to take them a year to build. So they're getting all the permits and everything ready while they're waiting for these people to leave.
Right. They don't have to leave.
And they got a super deal. They just because the tenants are there, they probably got $70,000 off. Just because it was inconvenient.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
okay.
All right. So any more questions?
No.
Nope. You got the 4 questions. You asked it first, and then you go on to the web form. Yes.
And it's really, you know, whatever order you want to do it in is fine, but you just need to build rapport with them. If you just, if you call them and they say, yes, I want to sell, then you ask them why. A lot of people aren't going to want to tell you about their personal problems. So you want to get there. Okay. You want to ask them the easier questions first, which is why I have it in my web form in a certain order.
Sure.
You know, if they're willing to give you all their, you know, where they actually live, what their, you know, the condition of the house, once they start talking to you, they'll start to feel comfortable, and then they'll give you the why. I always ask the why last.
Why do you want to sell?
And that's like the most important thing.
That is one.
Because, you know, if you know, I have a friend, his friend died, and so his friend's wife has the house. She doesn't want to stay there with the house after they died. He didn't die in the house, but it's too many. Yeah, they lived there like 10 years. You know, big memories of their husband, and she's now she's like crippled, so she needs a 1-level house. So it's really important that you get that why, you know.
Right.
All right, so go ahead.
No, I'm moving on to the next part, and I don't want to do that right now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, all these people want to sell. Do you have a place to sell? Maybe they will get enough equity out of their house that they can buy something else, but now we've got a contingency. Do you do those?
No. If they're gonna go with another agent, yeah, but I don't push for it. I would rather them just sell and be done. Right. I just tell them go get an apartment.
Right. Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to push them into something that you don't want them to do.
Push anybody into anything.
Right. So you let them do what they want. If they want an apartment, they get an apartment. If they want to buy a house, then show them a house.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just that you gave me the impression when you first talked to me that these were like problem people, you know, that they need to sell. You said they don't want to sell, they need to sell.
Well, I mean,
that's what you said, and that's fine. It's just
you got to take it more at face value than what I'm saying, not necessarily.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't necessarily. These are going to be all kinds of people. It's not going to just be, you know, some of them, you know, don't. Some of them care, and some of them don't.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. That's all it is to it. You know.
I don't understand how they even got on the list. Then, you know, you bought
well,
this list somewhere.
This list is a lien list. So this is a physical thing. They have a physical lien on their property. Okay, so they physically, they have problems. Whether they want to talk to you about it, that's a whole different issue.
Okay, that's more clear in my head. That makes sense.
Right. So, I mean, these are not going to be people that are going to shoot in the air while you're there. And, you know,
they're here.
they may offer you a beer. They're going to be very, you know, I think I told you the last person I dealt with, they didn't even sell me their house. They just refinanced. They didn't know they could refinance. Yeah. They had some freaking weird balloon payments. And so they had to sell by June, otherwise they were gonna,
gonna come in.
yeah, otherwise they're gonna take it. So,
Screwed up.
and then most people don't
institution.
even know that you can get a loan on a mobile home.
Yeah,
So he had to go through the title elimination process and so,
now you got refi.
and he's gonna refi.
You know, the institution that was making him lose his home, sure just, you know, you can refi, here's your lender. It's not us, but it is.
It's not their duty.
No, it's just
That's
wrong.
stepping over boundaries. That's not their job to teach you how to be a human.
Well,
They also didn't remind you to brush your teeth.
you know, I think.
You're
just because
you're
ignorant
gum
doesn't-
gingivitis, no.
No, just because you're ignorant doesn't mean you're not human.
You can teach these people. Go ahead. That's how I've gotten all my
That's why
business.
that's how you help the guy with the refi.
Go ahead. Teach.
They're not.
That is how I get my
was not
business.
hurt at all. I was not hurt in my last sentence at all. So I said, I think that that's terrible opinion. Okay, just an opinion. You can agree with it. My opinion, the institution that had the balloon payment for that guy was not a good institution. My opinion. They should have said, hey, you know what? You can't afford this balloon payment. We don't really want to.
It wasn't an institution. It was actually a personal guy. And it's,
Okay.
again, this is not his
Why
duty.
he would want to foreclose.
It was just, it was a land contract.
Owner financing.
It was owner financing.
Okay,
And
no
so
wonder
that was their
was
original
saying that.
deal.
Yeah.
Their deal, he probably didn't have the
I thought it
correct
was an
credit.
institution, so that's cool.
Yeah, you know, you never know. These people have all kinds of different things going on. So, all right. So if they disappear on you, here's the emails. You could call, you can email their house, leave them an email saying, you know, hey, you know, I haven't heard from you in a while, you know? And Podio actually even has some email templates in it that you can send them.
Okay.
So we can just create an account on Podio.
Yeah, it's free. If you want to have too many contacts, they're going to start charging you. But you don't need more than 500 right now.
Okay, and your suggestion, it's just a suggestion to use polio. You don't want us to necessarily.
Whatever, use SkySlope, use whatever you want. Write it on a piece of paper. It doesn't matter to me, but I'm just telling you how to be organized.
Right, right.
Podio is a well-known thing. You can adjust it however you want. It's made for retail or wholesale or anything.
It's kind of like Salesforce.
It's actually not just for real estate. It's for anything,
Right.
selling pencils.
Right. And they have templates in there for real estate that say, hey, how.
Yeah, you'll be able to figure it out. If you just download Podio, there's a real estate pack, there's a management pack. You can, you know.
You have to download it?
Yeah. You have to download Podio and then you have to download each pack in the app.
Is this the one?
Yes. And you gotta register and sign in.
When does it cost money?
No, only if you're doing it on a commercial level.
Oh. Okay. I need to sign up.
Podio is so high level, it will do all this for you. If one, you set it up, and two, you know what you're doing. You got
Right.
templates.
Which email address do you use for this? Okay, this one, okay.
You made another email.
The one you
there.
don't have.
Actually, I was thinking about getting another line because I can on the same phone, but I don't.
It's too
know.
confusing. I have that.
Did you have that?
I've had that too. It's only $10, and I don't need another phone, and I don't need
Yeah,
a line.
that's great.
But the thing is, when I go to dial out, it was, you know, I had to click through a bunch of apps. And it wasn't that I couldn't do it. It was
I
just
know.
too much bullshit. And then I was
Yeah.
worried about it pulling all my contacts and everything
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
And
that's what I was thinking. And then how does it,
then it's registered in your name.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's gonna show your name.
It's going to show your
probably.
name.
Yeah, that's the only thing I thought of. It's a
And
way to.
and that is, you know, privacy is privacy, right?
Yeah,
We're done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
okay.
So the way I'm gonna do it, I don't know if you care or not, I'm just gonna say it might help or not. But what I'm gonna have, of course, I'm gonna have the computer in front of me.